You're watching CES Live, powered by Ustream.tv, the most powerful way to stream live video, and by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster family of broadcast and streaming systems. And now, CES Live.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our continuing coverage of CES 2014 here from sunny Las Vegas, New Mexico. I'm John P.
I'm Renee Ritchie.
And welcome back. Guess what?
What, John?
We have a very special guest.
A very special guest for CES Live.
We have a lot of special guests, but this one's especially special because this is Brad from Ustream, and actually none of this would be happening without you. Yay!
All your eyeballs, thanks to Brad.
That's right. Yes, you're able to watch this because it is his brainchild, his invention. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Excellent.
having me. Awesome stuff.
We're streaming.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. How do you like it? This is we've supersized our streaming
It's
set.
very complicated. I'll be honest. A lot of cameras. Looks.
We do have a lot of cameras. And have you seen? We actually have little GoPro. Let's show them the out. There you go. There's the camera over
GoPro
here.
cameras.
The
Yep,
bullpen
nice.
camera, and we have the outside camera.
Nice.
That's our little. We've got a little Hero GoPro 3 over there in the corner.
Now it is a lot more crowded than it looks in that shot.
It is.
Yes.
You know what's weird about?
Yeah, actually,
you need
because
one down.
yeah, down that hall there, because this is the big open area, so it looks a little less.
I can't even see down that hall. There's so many people.
Well, yeah, it just looks like a continuous stream of people down that hall right there.
You know how I just saw walk by?
Who?
50 Cent.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like right here, or you
I got
mean like
knocked
somewhere
over
else?
by a bodyguard and pushed out of the way.
Did we?
Really? They were like 50 Cent coming through.
I guess so.
It was his birthday.
This
Nice.
is birthday.
I have a question. How many different broadcasts are coming out of CES on Ustream right now? You think?
I think I don't know this year. I know last year we had maybe 20.
Yeah.
So we power a lot of the corporate customers as well.
Yeah.
So like we did the Samsung big keynote that
Yeah.
had some controversy around it.
Yeah, we heard.
And so we'll do a lot of the corporate broadcasts. We'll work with on the media side, people that are doing coverage as well, TechCrunch and others. So there's probably 15 to 20 of like traditional or true broadcasters, and then we have mobile apps, and so there's usually hundreds of people walking around.
Citizen broadcasters.
Citizen journalists, broadcasting as well.
I love that. That's fantastic.
I would argue that far, far more people are getting their coverage through Ustream they're like experiencing CES through Ustream than are actually here.
Sometimes, I know last year we've seen that with some traditional broadcasts. Like remember when the Mars rover landed on on Mars? More people watched it live on Ustream than watched it on CNN and MSNBC combined.
How do you
which is
keep the
staggering.
infrastructure up for all that?
Well, we've spent a lot of money.
Threw a lot of money at it.
And so, look, we've one of the cool things about our company is we've built almost all of our own technology. And so when you do that, it's allowed us to, and as a startup, with limited resources, we've had to build things in a very smart manner, very resource-constrained manner. And we've, the guys on our team have built an amazing media server product that actually is our own, that has allowed us to really scale this in a cost-effective way. So.
Yeah, you gotta architect it the way that was the best way to do it. You didn't have to use a bunch of off-the-shelf products and maybe get the performance and then not have anywhere to go with
Correct.
it.
And if we used off-the-shelf products, we wouldn't be sitting here because it would have been too expensive.
Yeah.
Is the realities. I mean, like we did the Sony PlayStation 4 announcement. This was a couple months ago when it came out. That broadcast, which was actually a corporate product launch, which if you think about is pretty amazing. That broadcast had over a million simultaneous viewers. It hit 8 million people live and over 1 million simultaneous concurrent. And when you actually do the calculation at the bit rates that they were streaming at, we actually accounted for almost 1% of the internet's traffic during that 2-hour block.
Wow.
1% of the internet.
The internet.
What's an average stream like these guys that are watching right now? What are they usually pulling down? A couple hundred kilobits or a little less? A little more?
It's been going up over the last. I mean, when we started the company 6 years ago, it was 200 kilobits per second or something was like the average. Now I think we're in the 600-700 range.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people are starting to do. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Because we're pushing out 720p. So
a lot of people are starting to do more and more HD stuff. You can even do broadcast now in HD from your mobile phone. In true 720p.
Well, you're
live.
replacing television for a lot of people because television is still, you have to go and find the television. It doesn't come to you, but Ustream is everywhere that you have a screen now.
Yeah, we've always been very much tried to be a platform, an enabling platform for broadcasters. You know, we stood on the shoulders of companies like YouTube and Twitter, and I've always been really passionate about the democratization of technology so that anybody could do this. You rewind.
Yeah,
20 years
can you
ago,
believe they let us do it?
Yeah, you rewind. I mean, it was only the major media companies could afford to do something like
There was
this.
satellite trucks outside a couple years
trucks
ago
and-
at CES. Nothing like this could exist.
Nothing, and so not just us, but the hardware has got to a point where suddenly you can build beautiful sets like this and not to spend $1 million to be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
20 years ago you did, and so then with platforms like ours, we've taken that a step further where we want not only people like citizen journalists to do it, but even more, we're working with enterprises and companies. We have this thesis at Ustream that we think CMOs are becoming media companies at major corporations. So we work with even companies like LinkedIn and Salesforce.
They're all media trained. They're all presenting all the time. They're all very good now. Everyone is being raised thinking, because of reality TV, everyone's thinking their life is being broadcast anyway.
Yeah.
And now you can do it.
And you don't have to go, if you look back 20 years ago, if you wanted to get the news out, you had to go through someone who had distribution. I mean, that was it. Now, you can have your own distribution direct. You just have to work on it a little bit, but it's very reasonable to build it out, and then it's up to you to say the right things and to build an audience and to be the kind of company that people want to watch.
And even the traditional guys are taking notice, and during the Occupy movement, we had a guy named Tim Pool who was a guy who was 24 years old, had no experience on the internet, broadcasting from his phone the Occupy movement. And he was able to get like 2 million viewers. He's now built a brand for himself. He has followers, and he did that just all through the social web.
Yeah, you learn how to do it. You learn how to make yourself a brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. What big plans do you have for CES? Are you just here checking things out, or what are you doing?
I like to come. I've been coming like the last probably 4 or 5 years, and I just like to walk around and just sort of absorb it. In fact, I was doing it earlier, and I'm going to do it in a little while. I put on headphones. I don't talk to anybody. And I just walk around and just go look at everything and just think and just absorb it. And what's exciting about this year has gotten me excited is just the connected devices.
It's going insane.
It's about to. It's exploding, but it's about to really, really explode.
Oh yeah.
And you can see it here.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that is just unbelievable. I think it's all a connected toothbrush.
Do you get a sense based on what people are broadcasting on Ustream, what the hot products are, what the trends are?
Well, shows like yours obviously feature a lot of that, but I think what we see is what's hot in terms of content. So we have in our office, and I think you've seen it. We have a globe that actually shows by city the viewership that's happening. And remember, we went a couple months ago. There was this huge. The globe was showing this huge viewership spike in the Ukraine. We were like, what in the world's going on in the Ukraine? Turns out there was this massive protest happening with citizen journalists. So, some of the product stuff we see, but what we really see is what's going on in the world.
The trends of where the media's hot and what's going on.
And it's not traditional celebrities. Like, maybe Justin Bieber will light up your Ustream, but maybe something like that event or someone who just finds something really interesting.
Yeah, sometimes it's celebrities, sometimes it's, again, political events, sometimes it's gaming content. More and more we're on the PlayStation 4 now. You can actually click the share button and broadcast your gameplay straight to Ustream, which is really neat.
It's awesome.
All my little brother does, Call of Duty.
Really?
Call of Duty, yeah.
Awesome. So, I like your idea of putting on the headphones and walking through. I have not tried that because you get accosted by people constantly, but if you could just look like you're, not available, then maybe you can.
And they'll still grab you a little bit,
little.
but in the background noise, it's very loud here.
It is, yeah.
So putting on some music and just sort of listening and thinking, and to me, I enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming by. We appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for helping us make all this happen.
Thanks, always, anytime.
Pushing all the pixels.
Yeah.
I know Callie wishes she was here, but we'll catch up with you later on.
Okay, sounds good. Good to see you.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
I will.
All right.
Thanks, John.
We'll see you later. Thanks, Brad.
Thanks,
you
Brad.
guys, that's Brad from Ustream, the man who made it all possible. Stick around. We've got a lot more live coverage here coming out of CES 2014, and we'll be right back.